Hello and welcome back to Baker Brews. For those of you that are new here to this channel, my name is Donna and we chat about homesteading in the city and I share a ton of our family adventures here. I'm a stay-at-home mom to 2 boys and we are expecting baby number 3. So this video is all about getting ready to expect our 3rd and final babe. We did a fun Star Wars themed gender reveal.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We found out that we are having a little girl, a little princess is coming. So I am just in full on getting ready mode. Since this is my 3rd go round, everything should be pretty quick and easy. But you know what? It's been 4 years. I've kind of forgotten some things. So I just wanted to share some thoughts, some food ideas, some meal prep that I'm doing, some things that I am getting ready for expecting this little baby. We have the diaper station that I'll show you guys because we do cloth diapering. Initially, we will be using disposable diapers, but as I get more comfortable, I like to use cloth diapers, so I'm getting that station ready. I sifted through a boatload of baby clothes. I got my hospital bag packed just in case. We are actually hoping to have a home birth. I got a midwife, and I chatted about that a little bit in my 2nd trimester video, just the whole process of getting a midwife, and that experience has been so awesome. It's just been very relaxing, very easygoing. So I'm very excited to be attempting a home birth for the 3rd one here, which will be really different and unique.
What, the boat?
Out of the pool.
Where's the boat?
It's a boy! It's a boy!
What?
This is the belly, 30 weeks. I still like to wear my baggy shirts and my baggy clothes. Thank
I
you.
want to see where my tractor remote is still.
Okay, well, we gotta do this one box thing, John.
Let's go outside. I gotcha. Was that funny? I gotcha.
This is my nesting mama list that I've made because I told my husband I need to get organized. We are only 30 weeks right now, and typically you kind of start, like packing your hospital bag and stuff at 35 weeks, but I have a few other things. I got older kids, so I just need to get a little bit more organized and make a list. So I want to start with looking at the baby clothes. I got them in boxes, so I want to hang them up and pick the going home outfit if we end up in the hospital. I want to organize the swaddlers and blankets because they are everywhere, some in drawers, some stashed in other places. I have started packing my hospital bag, but I got a nice checklist I want to go through. We have a bassinet station that we're kind of borrowing, and I want to move it upstairs and get it set up with the wipes and maybe build some cloth diapers so they're ready and that sort of thing. And then we need to double check that the car seat is 100% working, ready to go. We also have to move my other kids' seats because one of them is going to be moving into the back of our van, and then the baby will have their spot. We are hoping to do a home birth, so I have a birthing pool, and the friend that is letting me borrow it definitely recommended to do a dry run, pump it up a couple weeks in advance, give it a try, sort of thing. So I need to do that setup, and then I also need to buy the liner that I'm gonna buy for that anyway. And then I want to have a friends and family that are available and willing to help list so that I know who I can call if something goes awry. I want to get the bedtime routine for the boys ready, so if we have to leave, the bedtime routine is already on a list somewhere. It's easy, and yeah, I'm not trying to remember to send them that information if we have to leave at bedtime for whatever reason. I want to organize my nursing breastfeeding clothes and dig them out again because I can't remember where I put everything, just finding my cardigans and my sweaters and my vests. And then I do have some specific nursing tops. And then I want food and drinks that I want because I've had cravings for 9 months and I want to make sure I have those foods and drinks. So I'm going to make a list. So in our last couple weeks, I can just send hubby on a grocery run of all the things that I want so I can be excited to come home and eat them. And then I also want to do a little bit of freezer meals and snacks preparation because we know once the baby comes, I'm not going to have the energy or the time to be like making full out meals. So having things kind of like pre-organized in doing some freezer bag meals, or like I like to do like have a frozen lasagna in the freezer and stuff like that. Just having that stuff organized and ready to go, I think will give me like peace of mind so that I have some meals that are like ready and available for our family. All right, part of getting ready for the baby to arrive is just like filling my freezer. So this is one of our favorite cookie recipes. This is the Cosmo or Cosmic cookie recipe, which I will put a link to it in the description below. These are just like really filling, really healthy cookies. We made them previously with Nana, so this will be our first time like making them on our own, but I really love having them in the freezer, so I am gonna make them today for you guys. Got this giant bag of it, hey?
Put some in there.
This time, yeah? Okay, ready? Hold it over. Okay. Dump it. And a quarter. Oh, a little bit more than a quarter, but that's okay. Close enough.
We'll put it in here.
Okay, we got roasted, unsalted sunflower seeds. I think I got these from Safeway. Previously, though, we shopped at Superstore for all of this stuff, I believe. Hold it steady. Do you remember how much I said?
Yeah.
How much am I adding? I don't remember.
A quarter.
Well, it says 1 cup. Good. Let's add 1 in a bit. There. I like sunflower seeds.
Yeah, can I try one?
Sure, you try one.
Try one from the big bucket.
Yeah.
They're not as salty as I think
They aren't. You know what? Previously I had bought salted ones because they are really good for the varicose veins. So I was eating like salted sunflower seeds, but now I just bought the unsalted. Next.
The unsalted is better.
A big part of getting ready for the expectation of another member in the house is just doing a load of meal preparation, snack preparation. Like, I like to have easy but filling and healthy snacks in my freezer. That is just my go-to here. So, like, I made these Cosmo or Cosmic cookies, which are full of oats and steel-cut oats, so really high in that calcium and just filling. I also filled it up with some of my favorite snacks like peanut butter marshmallow squares. I tried a new recipe where they were like these date bars, so they're supposed to be like a Snickers but with a date, and those were so good. I think we actually ended up eating most of them before the baby even arrived, but alas, I did prepare them in anticipation for the baby. I also like to prepare a bunch of meals, just things that I would double batch as I'm cooking, which on a regular basis I tend to do anyway, but I think I just did a little bit more of it than usual. So, for example, things like I made extra burger patties, I made extra meatballs, I made 2 lasagnas instead of just 1. So some of those things are just ready to go. I've prepped some meat in the freezer that has already been cooked, and then I just individually kind of wrapped it so it would be ready. Like, we did some pork that my husband smoked, and so it's ready to go for like ramen dishes or something like that. So yeah, just having a little bit more like meals prepped and in the freezer, so I'm not fighting with meal prep and snack prep when we're in a pinch and when we're hungry. That is the worst feeling. The other thing I really like to prep and have ready to go in the freezer are meatballs or burgers. So I've got 2 pounds of ground beef that I'm going to be turning into a combination of meatballs and burgers because I honestly use the same recipe. So we're going to be having some burgers today, and then we are going to, like I said, turn the rest into meatballs and hamburgers, freeze them so that they are quick, easy, ready to go meals. for when the baby's here and I do not have time to meal prep like I do today. So it will be so nice just to have this ready to go and already prepped and made. It just saves a lot of time. I mean, you can do this in general. It doesn't have to be just because you have a baby coming. Like on a regular basis, if you're gonna make burgers, you can just make double the amount and then freeze them and have them later. There is nothing wrong with doing that. All right, so we got the stuff for the lasagna. I got stations ready to go. So we got our meat station. So I got the meat that I browned up with the garlic and the onion. I'm gonna add a can of tomato sauce. And for hidden veggies, I've got some defrosted zucchini that was grated from last year. So I'm gonna hide that right in the meat. This is probably a good almost cup and a half of zucchini that's defrosted, and I drained all the water, or as much of the water off as I could. Then we're at the next station, which is the cottage cheese. So I got 2 tubs of cottage cheese because I'm making 2 lasagnas. I got 4 eggs and I got some Parmesan. So we're going to be combining these together to make like the cottage cheese layer. Of course, we got our noodles. Now I know I got the oven ready lasagna noodles. I always find that they're hard. I just cannot get enough liquid in my lasagnas. I don't know. So then I always pre-cook them. So I pre-cook them and I cool them, and then they're easy to lay in. And then since everything is cooked, you're basically just heating it all up. So it's nice and easy that way. These are the 2 pans that I'm going to be filling. The glass one is probably going to be for supper tonight. And then the tin one I'm going to freeze in preparation, for when the baby comes, because I'm in nesting mode right now. So I'm going to make this lasagna in this tray and then cover it in tin foil so that way it is ready to go.
Can I help you?
Sure. The thing that I like to do to make sure that the tin foil doesn't stick too bad to all the cheese is just to give it a quick little spray. I mean, you're still going to get some stuck to the top, but hopefully slightly less.
Ta-da! Look, watch out!
Because I have 2 older children, there was some transitioning that needed to happen. So we have 3 rooms upstairs. The parents' room, there was my son's room, and then my other son's room. So we actually had to move the boys into one room, which involved building up a new bed, getting the mattress, working on sleeping together in the same room. So just doing that transition earlier than like when the baby arrives. So that way we're not fighting with that transition on top of introducing the new baby. So we built the bed, got it set up, started to move kids around. They are sleeping so well together in the same room now. It actually didn't even take as long as I had anticipated for that transition. I fully anticipated like a month of suffrage of like bedtimes taking way too long and them chatting with each other all night. But actually it only took like maybe a week or 2, and then they seem to be doing really, really well right now together in the same room. So that way then I have that other room, which is going to be the baby's room. I have time to prepare it, sift through the clothes and organize stuff. And it is going to be the place that I probably will be with the baby in the nighttime. So I'll probably be sleeping in that room, which we decided to not set up the crib this time, just because I end up doing a lot of co-sleeping. So I have a setup where the baby can kind of be really close in their bassinet, and then I can just like roll over and then the baby's right there. I can nurse and then put them back. So I like to be on the bed. Our room, like the parents' room, is actually very tight to have a bassinet in and kind of awkward. So this baby's room, I think, might work better for it. And then my husband can sleep still on the main floor instead, whereas before I had to like shoo him downstairs to the basement. And it was so hard because I would be getting up at the night for my oldest, and then I would be nursing the baby, and it just felt like I was very alone. But this time I'm like, no way, Jose, you're going to stay upstairs. And if the kids cry, you get them and I'll deal with just the baby. So we're going to switch it up this time and see if that works better for our family. But just having like a sleeping arrangement plan, I think will go over much better for us overall. Oh, look at this really old outfit. How cute.
Aww.
Aww.
How cute. Mommy?
This one we might have to pack. This is a cute newborn outfit. We might take that one. I think there's a matching piece to this, like the older sibling wears, that has the rest of it.
Oh my gosh,
So
the
cute. Yes, a plaid one. A plaid, look at that plaid one. Just how cute, eh? Oh, look at how cute this one is. Oh, and then it's got a carrot in the butt pocket. Isn't that cute? 0 to 3. Okay, that goes in this pile. This one, look at this little Harry Potter outfit. Wouldn't that be cute to bring her home in that?
That's adorable.
I know, right?
Even comes with the pants.
It even comes with the pants. Cute. Okay, so that is my newborn pile. So I must have a box of newborn stuff somewhere else. And then I have my 0 to 3, my 3 to 6, and then 6 months plus. So I've got, I've got piles of clothes. What's going to happen is these piles are going to get hung in the closet. I have hangers that I kept. So I like to hang the stuff that's like coming up and then put the stuff that we're using like right away in the drawers. So the stuff that we're going to use right away will go in this along with the swaddlers and the blankets and stuff. And then in this closet in the baby's room, we'll have like the next age, the next size ready to go. And then in the closet, I also usually keep a box of stuff for like the size after that. Here I am transitioning the clothing drawers. So my youngest had all his clothes like in this room, in these drawers, and then we had to figure out how to put all of the clothes into the one dresser in the boys' room, which that was a bit of a thing, but it all worked out in the end. It's easy. And so now these drawers are all empty and I'm refilling them with things for the baby, the sleepers and the onesies and the swaddlers, just so that everything is literally already stocked in this room. Like I said, this is the room that I will be in the most with the baby, probably at night and everything. So I just want to have everything in this room like organized, efficient, like ready to go.
Imagine.
Should find Lyric's old picture of him in that reindeer outfit. The Harry Potter one. I always like the Harry Potter ones. Cute. Maybe we should bring it with us. That's all I'm packing is Harry Potter ones so far. Just want to show you guys the diaper making station. This is the laundry room, which it's a disaster behind me. You don't want to know. But anyway, this is the whole diaper making station. So to start off with, on this side, we have our all-in-ones. These are the diapers that I always start off with. They're just really easy. They literally are all in one. It's done and done. So you have your inserts are attached, which is really nice. It's just very simple, and it's really easy to kind of get started cloth diapering with these. So as you can see, I have 5 all-in-ones. So I rock those like when I feel ready, and then I have like the build station here. So this section is the covers. So if you pick a cover and it's like pocket style, so then you fill it to what you need. And since like a baby is like really small, then usually you have to like suck up all the snaps and stuff like that to make the diaper smaller. Yeah, these are the snaps. So I haven't like made them all like small yet, so that is something I'll have to get done here on another day, is just to like do up all of the snaps to make them like really small, really petite. So, and some of them have like elastics style. So this one I have an elastic, and you have to like suck up the elastic it'll be an adventure remembering how these all work again. And I have like varying brands. Like this one is Charlie Banana. I know that these ones, I liked these ones quite a bit. This pocket style was really good. Oh, Bum Genius. Yeah, I think these ones, I think the Olin ones were also Bum Genius, if I remember correctly. And then I got some hand-me-downs. So yeah, there's quite a variety going on in that pile. And then what you fill it with, because a cover, you need to have some sort of stuffing on the inside. So these are our simple, I call them singles. So a single insert is probably like where we're going to start, just because babies are small. You only need a really skinny single to start off with. Otherwise, if the diaper's too bulky and doesn't fit around the baby's bum, then you have like leakage and stuff. So you want to be able to make it fairly snug. So we have the singles all here. Then I have my carbon fibers up here, which I have a huge stack of those. I really liked those because they're better for like the smell. And then on this section, I have like my triplicate folds. So these are like the cloth pieces that you would fold into 3, or I have what I call the double, but it's just like a fold in the front. So this was really good for the little boys pee, just because in the front, like there's a lot of pee happening. So once the pee starts to get like too heavy, these are really awesome, the doubles. And then what else is there? One other section was like, I had these fabric ones. So these ones were really nice because they're softer and you can kind of fold them how you want, and then you can use them as an insert as well. Honestly though, they have turned into snotty rags since being diaper inserts, and sometimes when we're really sick and the boys are going through Kleenex like crazy, they actually prefer to use a rag. So these have kind of become more used for like when the kids are sick. They get bleached and everything, people. I don't know if you're like against that and you're going to critique me, but that's what they get used for in our house now. I just wanted to show you them so you know that you have the option of using something like this, and it is really nice, but they just have become another purpose in our house. So yeah, that is our make a diaper station. You can see I found some like old bins that hadn't been used, a basket, and then a cardboard box. Simple, efficient. The baby bump, 36 weeks. It's definitely getting a little rounder. I feel like she's really popping. Eat, sleep, win. My belly button's still jutting out quite good. More people are noticing that I am pregnant. It's also summertime and I'm like hot, so I'm in a t-shirt and a tank top. So I can't hide under my sweaters anymore as much. And finally, as I alluded, we are hoping for a home birth. I was given a whole list from my midwife of like things to buy in preparation for a home birth. And I got the inflatable tub that I borrowed from a friend. So I'm super grateful that we are not spending $200 on renting $200 plus renting an inflatable tub. But one interesting thing that was recommended was to use and keep your old shower curtains, because if you have a birth, then you have or if you're having a home birth, then you have these shower curtains that you can lay out just to protect like your floor or, carpets, etc. So this was a great reason for me to go and buy new shower curtains, which we haven't had new shower curtains. Like these are literally the ones that were in the house when we moved in. We didn't have to buy them. The people just left them. So I was like, well, I'm not going to buy them. And now, 5 years later, I still have the same ones. So I was like, well, this is a great time to go out and buy new shower curtains. So I bought some new shower curtains. I actually bought some new towels. And I thought it was kind of funny. My midwife definitely was like, she told me several stories about people buying new white towels and then using them during the home birth. And she's like, please, whatever you do not buy white towels. I feel guilty, getting blood all over them and stuff from the birth. She's like, anything but white. I was like, yeah, why would you buy new white ones other than the fact that they must have been super cheap? So I bought brand new blue towels and washed them and everything. But oh my goodness, the dye in them is still coming out, which is quite annoying. But that's okay. I have kids, so like every towel in my house has already been stained and gone through the ringer. So we're just going to use old towels for the delivery, and the new towels are the new towels. But I bought blue specifically because I dye my hair, and hair dye can be so annoying to get out of towels. So I was like, I'm going to be buying dark towels anyway, because when I dye my hair, I like to use a dark towel. And I have like 3 dark towels already, and those are my go-to ones after I'm done dyeing my hair to, you know, dry it off. It's a dark towel. And then I actually sometimes even sleep on a towel, like I cover my pillow with a towel after I dye my hair, just so I don't have dye bleeding onto my pillowcases. So there you have it. Like, don't buy white towels. Just always buy anything but white. You know what this is?
No.
You don't know what this is?
No.
Can you read the top or no?
I can't. Where's the other one?
That's right, table of elements.
Where's the other
It's a periodic table of elements.
N-I, nickel.
Uh,
P-D. The other one.
I need it for when I go into labor.
This one looks like, this one looks clear and this one looks so poofed
That
up.
on the other side, go look on the other side of that one. Do you see I put a new clear one? You see it?
Hey. Hey, look, the scientist cups.
That's right. That's because this is to do with science.
Man, this just looks so white because you can't see through it.
Well, it's because it's more private now.
It's more private, so if you want to take a shower, you can take a private shower.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Are you ready?
Well, maybe we'll show them the before. This is what it was before.
Can I have it when you're done? Yeah.
That's nice. Here, I just wanted to share with you guys a little snippet of my hospital bag that I am packing. Now, like I said, I am planning on having a home birth, but better to be prepared than not prepared. So I packed my hospital bags so that they are ready to go, and I put them in this bassinet change table station. So this is the station that is going to have everything from the hospital bags to all of the home birth supplies that I'm going to need, just so that it's ready to go. And when the midwife gets here, it's like, just go to the room and find the bassinet, and whatever you need should be there. So that is kind of my game plan. I'm not going to talk in depth about what I packed in my hospital bag. I actually just for time's sake, I'm going to make a separate video. So if you are interested in what I packed for baby number 3 in my hospital bag, I will put a link for that below. But I've also previously done a like everything I used for my baby, like with breastfeeding and everything like that, previously, like 4 years ago, and I was watching that video again and I was like, dang, you know what, most of the stuff on that list is exactly the same. Who knows, maybe I'll make another video like rehashing some of those products in a bit here, but like that video was really awesome. I covered a lot of like stuff that I feel like is part of like nesting and getting prepared. This is like a bassinet change table station. I think it was my mom's originally. She had it at her house, but then it got passed along. So anyway, and I put like a bed sheet. This is actually a crib sheet, but I put it on here because we're going to be using it to like keep the whole thing clean. So it's got everything I need for the home birth. This is the home birth station. And then down here is like where the hospital bags are if we got to get going. And then we have just some other like baby things that are really vital, like the baby carrier and the car seat cover that will be needed as well if we end up going to the hospital. So this whole station is like the we are ready for the baby to come station. It's a pool.
Mommy just had it. Oh, she took it from you. So. Lincoln, hide. Hide inside.
Oh no, the shark! Ah! Ah! Boy, walking, please. We're in a boat. On top of me. We're in a boat. We're in a boat. We're in a boat. We're in a... Ah! Pop. X2 $7.95. $928 for groceries. Yeah, we're in a boat. There's groceries. Get down! There's a shark! And a pineapple. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have another one come out of there soon.
Make it out dry.
I have handles.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be
I
using
have
those.
oh no handles.
Oh no. The PG version.
It is kind of weird,
Uh-oh.
but
Well, look what the water level is supposed to be at, though.
oh wow,
So-
recommended filling level.
You're gonna be floating.
Oh yeah, that's really full.
Anything about Epsom salt baths, Bruce? Is that a thing?
I'll get in one tub and then I'll just come to the other tub.
Anything you want to say about your new fancy tub, Mom?
I got this fancy tub from a friend, and I'm glad I am not paying $200 for it. But it has a liner. Apparently, you have a liner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, technically, I don't know how you would have the handles. I guess through the plastic.
This is true. It'd be pretty tall liner.
I feel really short.
Is it a sanitary thing? Like we shouldn't try it, or?
What do you mean? Like
The
we shouldn't
liner?
try the liner? No, I just fill it with water first, because it's just a pool. So what else are we gonna need? So I got the liner, and you got a sump pump to go with the pool.
We can get rid of most of the big, or at least the fluidy stuff.
Yeah.
Told by our very same friend that lent this to us, we should get a little strainer to pick up the little poops.
To pick up the poops. Oh, the midwife did tell me that you should have a tub ready to catch the placenta as well. Like a big square tub.
Oh,
What I see. I think an ice cream bucket will work just fine. I don't know. Is that big enough?
let's pull the green bin
You've
in
seen
here.
2 placentas.
Let's use the green bin.
No, she said don't just throw it in the green bin unless it's close to your garbage green bin day. Otherwise it stanks. Especially
Our
in the
green
summer.
bin is full of dead mice. It's not going to be much different.
So we need a strainer and a bucket. Yeah! Thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Like I mentioned before, I have a couple other videos. One where we showed how we shared the news with our family. We have the fun Star Wars gender reveal party that we did with this one. I got a video about my first trimester symptoms, my second trimester symptoms. So if there's anything specific that you're looking for, if you're a new mom, don't hesitate to reach out in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching.